Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Ben Clark and I'm a quadriplegic personal trainer. Before we get started on today's workout, be sure that you have sought medical advice from a medical professional before undertaking anything you do in this video. Also, make sure that you stay within your limits and to keep hydrated throughout the whole thing. Without further ado, I think it's time that we start today's workout. Okay guys, so in today's session we are going to be doing shoulder strengthening workout. Now the idea of this workout is to build nice strong shoulders, which is going to help us a lot in our active daily lives, whether that's transferring from our wheelchair to our bed or wherever we're transferring to, or if it's for doing stuff like pushing our wheelchair. So having nice strong shoulders is super important for long-term health. In today's workout we're going to be using some weights. I'm going to be using some dumbbells with some active hands. But if you don't have any dumbbells lying around, make sure you're using something that you've got equivalent weight in both hands. So just make sure they're the same weight. If you've only got one thing, that's okay too. You can still do this workout. Just do it single arm, swap arms while we're resting, and then while one arm's working, the other arm will be resting. So there's no excuse. You can grab that bag of sugar out of the cupboard and still get on with this workout. Okay, as always, before we start the main part of the session, we are going to do a little bit of a warm-up. So let's get on with that right now. So make sure you've got enough space in the room you're in. You're not going to hit anything because we're going to be swinging our arms around. Now we're just going to start off with a nice, simple, reaching over and touching it the opposite shoulder. Now if you can't reach all the way over, you can just go to here. And if you can't go to here, you can just do little bits. Just do as much as you can. I'm going to go right the way over, or as far over as I can, I should say. But welcome back to this, the 5th video I've done here with willpower. I hope you enjoyed them so far. And yeah, it's been good fun showing you a little bit of what I do. Okay, let's take this arm now and move in and round just like so. So as I said in the intros, I'm a level 3 personal trainer. And being quadriplegic, obviously that brings its difficulties. Let's hit this arm now and go backwards a bit. But it's good fun and I absolutely love it. It's a passion of mine, helping people get fit and healthy. So I was more than happy when Willpower and Sport England reached out to me. That's what I read about blue in space. So yeah, more than happy when Willpower and Sport England reached out to me and asked to do some videos for you guys. Help spread the word of getting people fit and healthy in wheelchairs, because there is not really any limitations to us. We just have to adapt to perform. And that's exactly where you can find me on any of your favorite social media channels, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You'll find me. Adapt Perform. Just type that in and you'll find me. Let's take our shoulders here and just do circles backwards. And then forwards. Good. We're going to take one arm here and we're going to go up with it and then down. Up and down. Swing it back just like so. Keeping our body facing forwards the whole time. Good work. Now, the reason we want to do this warm-up, most people think it's just for doing injury prevention, but there's also some other benefits of it. So it warms up the joints, which is good. So you actually get better range of motion, and better range of motion means more power because you have more distance to exert your strength. The other thing is that it helps you mentally prepare as well. So when we do a warm-up, you feel more in the zone. We're doing arms out to the side now. You get into the zone, so you come out of your regular daily lives, you don't just go straight into exercising. It's like preparing your mind and your body for it. So it's a fantastic thing to do to get going. Excellent. Last one we're going to do here, we're going to take our arm, we go over just like we're coming forwards, but instead we're going to cross over and do the infinity sign. See, my plants get a little bit in, but that's okay. So across, so there's a cross in front of you here, just like so. Excellent work. Good, let's change arms. Go across the body, just like so. Excellent. Good work. One more time, I'm just going to circle the shoulders a little bit there. And then give it a shake off. Get started on the workout. I'm just going to put my weights and my active hands on now. So we'll see it fade away, and then I'll join back in a second. Feel free to pause the video if you need to set up too. Okay, so let's get started with the main workout itself. I've got my dumbbells here with my active hands on, which is going to help me a little bit of safety. If you've got difficulties with your hands, just type in active hands into the internet and you'll be able to find these ones just like this. But let's get on with what we're actually doing, and that is shoulder strengthening. So in terms of the workout, it's a fairly basic workout, but doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So we're going to be strengthening our shoulders in multiple different ways, because our shoulders have lots of different muscles that work in lots of ways. It's a very movable joint, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So let's get started with the first exercise, which is shoulder raises to the front. So to do this, I'm going to do a single arm just because I haven't got the balance. You guys might not be able to either, but if you can do it double arm, feel free to do that and rest while we're doing the other arm, okay? But let's get started. We're going to do 12 reps at the first one. Off we go. So raising up to the front and down. Be sure as well we're not swinging from the bottom. So we don't want to be swinging back like this. We want to come down, pause, and back up. That's 6. 9, 10, 11, 12. Changing arms now. What I like to do here is just lock the other dumbbell into the other spokes, and that's going to help me not tip over to the side. As I said, I'm going to got that core stability strength, being quadriplegic. So that means I get a bit floppy. So we want to make sure that we can stay upright. And that's the way that I do it. 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, try not to let it swing at the bottom here, okay? Changing arms. So if you guys are doing double arm, you feel free to join back in now. It's getting a bit of a spasm. You guys carry on. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's change arms again. If you're struggling to hold it all the way up to the front, just like so, you could just do a short arm. Just go shorter at the front here, okay? Just reduce that lever length. And off we go. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good work. Got one more on each side. Ready, off we go. Also, I'm twisting slightly inwards as I come up as well. That's because this front deltoid works a little bit better when we're twisted in, okay? So it's a bit more of a contraction here. 10, 11, 12. Good. Ooh, feeling the burn here. This one's particularly tough, but let's keep it going. Last one on this arm now. Off we go. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good. Let's give it a little bit of a rest there. And then we'll be moving on to the second exercise. Now, while we're having a rest, I'll just explain what we're doing next. And it's going to be lateral raises, just like so. I'm going to be doing double arm with a rest in between. Feel free to do single arm if that's better for you. But to do this, right, I'm going to be going as far out as I can. If you can't go out that far, you can bring your elbows in here. Just make sure you're leading with the elbows, okay? Elbows up just like so. Okay, that just means that your lever is shorter, which means it's easier to lift the weight. The further away the weights are away from ourselves, the harder it's going to be to lift, all right? Just making sure you're lifting with the elbows. Because if you start lifting with the hands, like this, it becomes a bicep curl. So lean with the elbows, all right? Okay, that's enough rest there. So let's get going with this. 3 sets of 12. Off we go. That's 6, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good work. Okay, let's rest it there for about 30 seconds to a minute. Let me get going on the second set. As I said, these exercises are fantastic for strengthening up our shoulder. We're working on our deltoids at the moment, and that means that we'll be able to have a lot more strength in them, which is good for stuff like transfers, shoulder stability as well. Make sure that it is all really strong. The stronger our muscles are, the less tight they'll be as well, which is always a good thing. We don't want tight muscles. That's where injuries start coming in. So make sure we've got nice strong muscles is really, really important. For lots of benefits. All right, let's go for the second set now. Here we go. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good work. Okay, we've got a little bit of rest and we've got one more set of that one to go, all right? Excellent work so far though, guys. Good job with what we're doing. Excellent. So yeah, these lateral raises can be quite difficult with your arms straight out. So if you are finding it difficult, feel free to bend it in. And that's okay if you start with one and then slowly work your way back in. So say you start all the way out here, and then maybe on the second set you're here, and then on the third set you're here. That's great. Just keep progressing it over time so you can come back and do this workout multiple times. And as you go on, you'll get stronger and stronger and you'll be able to do it all the way out for the whole 3, which is excellent. Then you can start increasing the weight. And it's what we call progressive overload. All right then, let's get going on this last set. Off we go. So as long as you're pushing yourself, that's what matters. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good work. Excellent. So that's 3 sets done. We're going to be moving on to the next one now. While you're resting there, I'll explain what we're doing for this next one. All right, so for the next one, we're going to be working on our rotator cuffs a little bit. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky exercise to get right, but once you get it, you'll feel it properly, okay? So it's called a W curl, but we're not really curling it. So we're starting with that elbows. Imagine you're trying to look like your hench. Hands here, thumbs pointing forwards, then we're rotating, so then the thumbs are pointing backwards. So you notice my elbows don't actually move up or down here, because if we move our elbows, we just start to do a bicep curl, okay? So stay like this, rotating backwards. If I show that from the side as well, that's a bit of visualization. So it's here, rotating round, okay? So that's it. It's a fairly tough exercise. We're going to just do 8 of these because the weights you're using might be a little bit tough. So just give you 8 reps and it's going to work the rotator cuffs. And I'll explain why that's important as we go through. Ready? Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Let's rest it there. So yeah, the reason this is important because in our day-to-day lives, whether that's pushing our wheelchair, being on our phones or our computers, sitting down, eating, everything, our shoulders are rounded forwards. Our arms sort of come in and round forwards. When we're doing this exercise, what it's doing, the resistance is helping it pull it back. So we're going to sit up nice and taller, better posture, which means better spine health, better breathing capabilities because your lungs have a lot more room to expand into. And it's much better. You look confident, you look taller, and yeah, it's excellent for you. So every single day, I try and work on my accelerator cuffs. For a second, you might think that's too much, but every single day I'm working on the internal ones by pushing my wheelchair, being on my phone, being on my computer. So working those external ones, we're gonna go for the second set now, is really important. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, a little way you can make this harder, if you've got this core stability, is to lean forwards a little bit up more into it. That's because the angle of resistance has changed. And the hardest point is the end of it. You might notice that when we're going through, the hardest point is here. That's because we're perpendicular to gravity. Once you go past that point, it does get slightly easier. So leaning forwards means that the strength curve, the top of the strength curve, is nearer the top of the exercise for a maximum contraction. I speak a lot about it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more, you can come over there and ask me about strength curves and that kind of stuff. All right, then let's go for the last set of this exercise. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Oh, wait, we did too many. No worries there. I always get carried away and do too many, but that's fine. We're allowed to do too many. So yeah, just 8 reps on one. So the last one we're going to do, it can be tricky for some of you who can't lean forwards, but we're going to try our best here, and I'm going to give you an alternative. In fact, I'll give you the alternative before I move into this position. So the alternative here is you can do either single arm or double arm, but you're going to lean forwards and row it up, just like so, okay? So you're just here, rowing it up. If you can get forwards and lean forwards in your chair without tipping forwards, is very important. You don't want to tipping out of your chair forwards. What I like to do is I can put my feet on the floor. So I'm going to take my feet off the wheelchair. Hopefully they won't spasm too much. I'm just going to let them rest on the floor there. Now for this set, lean forwards. So you're going to sit there and I'm going to raise it up just like so. Again, if you can't get all the way up here, you can come shorter, lead with the elbows. I'll see how I go along this. Let's hope that the feet stay still and they don't spasm too much because my hands are a bit tied up at the moment. Right, so this is working on real deltoids. Again, great for our posture. Pulling those shoulders back into the position they should be in. All right, then let's get going here. Ready, off we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. And there's a couple of reasons why I have my feet off the foot plate. One is this center of gravity is shifted. Well, my center of gravity is a bit more stable. I'm over a longer base, so I'm not going to tip forwards in my chair. If my feet on my foot plates, they might have a tendency to slip underneath me and I fall out forwards, and that's definitely not something we want. The other reason is because when I'm coming back up, it gives me a little nice stable base to push myself back up. As you guys may have heard in the beginning, I'm a quadriplegic, so therefore I do struggle with my core. I don't have the core function to be able to lift myself back up, so to be able to push myself up is important. All right then, guys. So yeah, if you can't do that, you can just row it up just like so. Okay? Because I know not everyone can lean forwards in their chair, and that's fine. There's always alternative. Let's go again. Oh. 6, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Good work. And sun's back up there. Sometimes getting up's the hardest bit of the workout. All right, guys, we've got one more set of that to go. So, hope you're doing well so far. You're keeping up with it. If you have any questions about any of the workouts I've been doing, whether it's the ones I've already done or the ones coming in the future, you can either ask me a comment in the down below in the description or in the comment section, or you can head over to Adapt Form and I answer every single question that comes my way. So yeah, feel free to ask me whatever you want, as long as it's not too personal. I'm not giving any addresses or phone numbers here. All right then, ready? Off we go. Ten, 11, 12. Good work. Now I'm going to talk at the same time as trying to get my feet back on without trying to. This is not as easy as it is, as I say, it is with the dumbbells on my hands, but that's fine. You'll see the struggle. But yeah, so the next one we're going to move on to is just working a little bit of our traps. Now, technically, this is upper back and not shoulders, but they do work in conjunction with each other quite often. So it's good to get that done at the same sort of time as this workout. So to do this, it's quite a simple movement. It's called a shrug. And basically just saying, I don't know, each one. So we're not going to know a lot by the end of this if we keep saying I don't know. But basically we're going to shrug up, hold for 2 seconds, and then back down, okay? So just go up, 1, 2, and then down. We're going to do 8 of those again. Not because it's easier, but because we're holding it for a while, we want our time and attention to be roughly the same as the rest of it. And I apologise for the noise of the car outside, because I have to keep the window open because it's so hot in here. If you guys are doing this late May, well, it is late May, and if you're here in England, it's very hot at the moment. So ready? Off we go again. 3 sets of 8. So up, 1, 2, down. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2. Good. Resting there. So just holding it up there and then releasing it, okay? Fairly simple movement, just that little movement. And you might find that when you're doing this kind of exercise, you might need a heavier weight. So if you do have any lying around that are heavier, feel free to pick them up on the exercises that you do need the heavier weight or the lighter one. As always, my workouts are super adjustable to anybody's level. So feel free to adjust it to your level of ability. And do not be worried if you've got no weights in your hands during this workout and that's enough, that's fine. We all have our levels of ability. We all have our restrictions. We'll have our disabilities that can stop us. So it's important that we just make sure that we're working hard and not focusing too much on other people, all right? Okay, let's get going. On the next one, off we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. So yeah, I'd like to take another moment to thank Willpower and Sport England for having these videos available. So yeah, thank you for them to reaching out to me and letting me share what I do, hopefully to a whole new audience that will come over and watch what I do as well on Adapt Perform. But it's been a huge pleasure doing these so far. We're 5 workouts in. We've got another 5 to go from me, at the minimum anyway. So that'll be exciting to see more of you guys joining in as we do more over time. We've got one last set here, and this is the last exercise as well. So it'll be done after this one. So ready? Off we go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6, 7. That is a good work. I'm going to take these off. Then we're going to have just a little bit of a cool down. It's quite a long session today compared to what we have been doing. So just a little bit of a cool down. And then we'll be done for today. So don't stop the video there. Cool down is just as important as the actual workout itself. The reason for that is because we want to come out of our fight or flight mode, which we have to get into when we're exercising. The adrenaline goes up, the dopamine's released. We want to relax down and come back to earth. Not with a thud, with a gentle grace. So that's what we do here to finish. So let me just put these ones away. And I'll be with it. Okay guys, so that is weights are away now and we're going to get going with our cool down. So yeah, it's important to get these in straight away once we finish our workout because we want to be nice and relaxed. So to start the cool down, I'm just going to do some breathing and that's going to help us get back out of that fight or flight mode. So breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. You might notice as well, because we've been doing these muscles tighten up a little bit, which is fine. But it could help with the breathing, so keep that breathing going. Bring those shoulder blades back and down, so not up like this, back and down. Good. You'll take the arm over, stretches to the side. Good work, and then to the other side. Nice and gentle, nice and slowly. Don't exert yourself too much. All we're doing here is trying to just make sure that we're getting a little bit of a stretch in here, just enough so that we can relax. That's all this is about. We can do a full stretching time another time, but now is good for just relaxing. Or you can check out in the other times if you want to do some other videos. For example, the yoga video that's on Willpower's site. So there's other trainers here that are doing other types of workouts. So feel free to check out those. And one of them is yoga, so go check out the yoga ones. I also do some yoga on my channel, so feel free to come and check out that if you want to see me do it too. Let's just rotate the shoulders around here now. We've been working on those shoulders a little bit, so it's good just to making sure that afterwards the range of motion is good. Now, if you're like me, you might get a bit of clunkiness going through here. That's fine, as long as it's not painful. You don't want to push ourselves to the point of pain, but any little bits of clunkiness isn't too bad. Good work, everyone. Okay, we're going to take one hand here. We're going to face the palm up on this side. On this side, we're going to face the palm down. We're going to twist it around and then right the way around to the other side. So keep twisting, and you should feel the stretch in your shoulder and down through into your elbow here as well a little bit. The inside of the elbow anyway. So just like this, and maybe in the forearms a little bit too. I feel it a little bit in the forearms today. That's fine, just stretching over, and this is stretching out the shoulders, which is fantastic. Okay guys, going to take 3 more deep breaths in, and that's going to be it for today's workout. So nice big breath in. So you can do 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Good, let's shake that out. And that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you've been enjoying this workout and the rest of the workouts that I've been doing here on Willpower. Be sure to check out the rest that I'm doing, and be sure to stick around for the future for more videos like this. If you want to see, if you want to see more of me, then come and check out my YouTube channel, Adapt to Perform. I've got over 300 videos over there that are dedicated to fitness for wheelchair users. So yeah, be sure to come and check that out at some point too. Or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook too. And I try and respond to every single message that I get through. So yeah, more than happy to talk if you have any questions about this workout or any others that I've done too. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in video number 6. All right, have a good one guys, bye.